Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Andrew here, and coming at you with another video. This is going to be a top 10 list. Actually, I don't think I really had enough to make another one. I don't think, at least, as I'm looking at my... Yeah, I don't quite think that I have one yet. Yeah, this week is going to be top 10 trilogies. Now, with that being said, I saw the other videos and they kind of discounted movies that, you know, were trilogies but kind of had sequels made since or things like that. I definitely bent the rules. In some of these you'd be like, those aren't really even trilogies. But if you think about it, they will make sense, but it did bend the rules. So actually, I think almost none of these are, well, other than two of these movies, two of the series on this list are the only two trilogies on here as of right now. So, I mean, the other 8 are just, you know, kind of my favorite, like, 3 films that make trilogies in a franchise. So, with that being said, I'll get right into it so you guys can see what I mean by it if you're confused at all. Number 10 on my list is George Romero's Dead trilogy. This is the original Dead trilogy. I mean, this is originally the only 3 films he wanted to make in the series, and they make a nice trilogy. Again, like I said, I remember growing up watching this one, like, I loved it to death. So good. This one just grows on you really quickly. The first time I watched it, I was like, I didn't know what to think about it, but yeah, this Ultimate Collector's Edition of it is just incredible. I love it. And then this Day of the Dead edition of this one, again, not the greatest fan of this film, but I'm again, it'll probably grow on me. But I mean, it's a really solid collection. But yeah, that's my number 10. I've just never been that much of a zombie fan, so a zombie film fan at least. So I think that's why they can't be higher on my list, I think. Number 9, Evil Dead trilogy. Again, this one isn't a true trilogy anymore, as you guys know. I mean, the newest one came out in 2013. However, with that being said, this is still a trilogy. That's kind of still its own thing, kind of restarting the series as a sequel kind of thing. Really good films. I mean, this is scary and fun. This is just fun, and this is a blast as well. I mean, I could sit down anytime and watch these films, so they're fun. Number 8 is this one. Actually, I think is still a true trilogy. So this is one of my 3 actually. This is a Slumber Party trilogy. Yeah, this is all 3 films. So you got the first one on one disc, and then the second and third one on the next 2 discs. This is a Scream Factory release. I highly recommend this. I mean, you're going to pay about 15 bucks for it, and these are 3 films, and they're actually really hard to come by. They're 80s slasher films. Super fun time with these. I mean, all 3 of them are just fun, camp, fun films. You know what you're going to get. I, for one, love 80s slasher films, especially the campy ones, and this is a campy one that really works. But yeah, these are all really good time. I mean, you just have these just for fun. Number 7, which I think I might flip-flop both of those, is the Child's Play trilogy. Again, this isn't a true trilogy anymore. They've had 3 movies made since and a 4th one on the way. But I mean, this original trilogy here fits really nicely in a conclusive, you know, package here. The second one being my favorite in the series. Honestly, the more that I think about it, I'd say the third one might be my second favorite. This one's just really slow paced. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I still like all 3 of these. But these are a really solid trilogy. I mean, they're actually really atmospheric too. But if you think about it, some of the times it's just like, it's a doll. But hey, either way, it's still actually really good films. And actually, they're really enjoyable to watch. The second one, the factory scene, is just incredible scene. Yeah, that is number 7. Number 6 is the Hatchet trilogy. Now, this is another true trilogy in this series. Yeah, I mean, all 3 of these are such a fun time. Yeah, I've talked about these a lot, but yeah, Kane Hodder's so good as Victor Crowley. They're just a really good time. Yeah, so this is number 5, the Amityville trilogy. Again, all 3 of these films I can have a really good time with. I mean, the first one is just the classic. I mean, the second one is, you know, kind of forgotten about, but it is good. It's still solid film. It's got the guy who plays Polly from Rocky films in it as well, so it's a recognizable face. Amityville 3D is really just campy film. I mean, it's got so many like bad 3D scenes that you just kind of laugh at, and it's like a haunted house film with 3D. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't seem like it would work, and it doesn't work. I mean, it's still campy and fun. But yeah, I got this for $10. I mean, this is a really good buy. Anyways, that was number 5. Number 4 is actually a trilogy 4 right now. 4th one just got announced. That is for the Insidious trilogy. They just announced for a 4th one. Don't know who the director will be. Surely Lee Winnell's writing it though. But I mean, Insidious is just damn creepy. The second one I think is a big drop off, and the third one's a really solid film that just right underneath here. It's not as scary, but just a really good story. And I have a really soft spot for Stephanie Scott. I used to watch her on the Disney Channel all the time too, so yeah, whatever. Number 3 on my trilogies list is the Psycho trilogy. Yes, and as you see, my new Scream Factory editions. And I just learned I actually might have this by the time that I get back, but my brother just got me the Blu-ray like special edition of this one, so I will have another copy of this one by the time I get back. But I mean, this one, I mean, they're all 3 really solid films. I don't think there's a really weak link in any of these films. I mean, this one's just, I mean, incredible. This one's also a really good film. Although this one might be my least favorite in this trilogy, and this one might honestly be my favorite in the trilogy. It's just, it feels like a slasher film. Again, I have, like, slashers are probably my favorite subgenre, so, I mean, there is that. Yeah, I mean, and it's directed by Anthony Perkins. All really good things. Really, really good. Number 2 is the Scream trilogy. Again, not a trilogy anymore. The 4th one was made. I love the 4th one, but as a trilogy in and of itself, it really comes together really nicely. And so yeah, but this thing here, they're actually on 3 separate films. There's Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and then there's the 2 documentaries. I highly recommend this. Honestly, if you have them on DVD, definitely recommend upgrading them, because the DVDs don't look nearly as good as they do on Blu-ray. Like, I show them back to back, seen them, like, watched them. There's no comparison. I mean, it's incredible. This is really, really good transfers. They did a really good job with this. This is actually Lionsgate, so yeah, they did a phenomenal job with the Blu-ray releases. Number 1. I had to put together this one, and I mean, if you think about it, it is a great trilogy, and it does fit nicely into a trilogy, but you would definitely not think of it as a trilogy, and that is the Halloweens. If you think about it, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 all come together to make the sister trilogy, and it's even called that by fans. I mean, honestly, these are 3. I mean, I would dare to have another movies that like another trilogy that really goes with these 3. I think these are 3 of the best horror films ever made. Like, I mean, this one, obviously everybody pretty much agrees with it. I think this is underrated in its like direction, and I think he does a really good job with the film. And then this one is really well directed as well. Although this doesn't have a really good transfer. I will get the Blu-ray in the 10 disc for Halloween this October. So hopefully, just hopefully, it actually looks good. So yeah, I mean you just can't beat Halloween. I mean, there's that. Yeah, those are my 10 trilogies. Again, you might not think that all of them fit into the nice technical terms of what you think is a normal trilogy. However, you know, that's what I decided to do, and this is what I decided to go with. And I do think that all of these films, in my mind, are trilogies. So, you know, I mean, always comment. Let me know what you think. Yeah, just always feel free to comment. And yeah, continue to subscribe. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Have a great day.